When you think about digital identity today, you're really thinking about the backbone of everything we do online. Accessing services, logging into apps, proving who you are. But despite how essential identity has become, it's surprisingly broken in many ways. Let's look at the challenges you're likely facing in the identity world right now. You're probably juggling multiple usernames and passwords for different apps, systems, and services. Each platform holds its own version of your identity. That's fragmentation. You don't control your identity. It's scattered across dozens or hundreds of places, each with its own rules and data silos. Most digital systems today rely on usernames and passwords as proof of identity. But let's be honest, passwords are weak, reused, often stolen, and easy to phish. Even when MFA is used, it's still based on centralized trust, where one compromised identity provider could lead to a massive breach. Ask yourself, do you really control your identity? Most of the time, you're handing over your personal data to organizations who then store, process, and sometimes even sell it. Once it's out there, you have little insight or power over how it's used or shared. When you create an account for a job, a service, or even government access, you're not the owner of that identity. The organization is. And when you leave the company or stop using the service, access is cut off, and so is your identity in that context. Organizations are under enormous pressure to comply with regulations like GDPR, CCPA, and others. But when identities are duplicated across systems, inconsistently managed, or out of date, privacy risks skyrocket. As a user, that puts your sensitive data at risk. As an organization, it's a compliance headache waiting to happen. Think about onboarding a new employee or student. How do you prove they are who they say they are? Often, you're dealing with scanned IDs, emails, phone verifications, or HR paperwork. It's slow, error-prone, and vulnerable to fraud, especially in remote-first or hybrid environments. There's no universal standard that lets your identity flow seamlessly across organizations, sectors, or borders. A verified identity in one system often means nothing to another. You have to keep proving who you are over and over again. That wastes time and creates friction. From deepfake videos to stolen credentials and synthetic identities, attackers are getting creative. And traditional identity models simply weren't built to handle the scale and sophistication of today's fraud landscape. It's become harder to trust digital interactions, even when someone claims to be who they say they are. Right now, identity is fragmented, centralized, opaque, and vulnerable. You don't fully own it, you can't easily move it, and you certainly can't always trust it. The identity systems in place today were built for a different era, an era before the cloud, before mobile, and before global interconnectedness. Understanding these problems is critical because they point to one clear conclusion: the way we handle identity needs to change.